back here from Talking Wolves, and we're reviewing Pyunik 0, Wolverhampton Wanderers 4, and what a great result it was for Wolves today. First leg of the third qualifying round in the Europa League, and a huge relief to manage to knock 4 goals past the side, Armenian side, and obviously a huge sigh of relief, and it puts a lot less pressure on us for the second leg. First of all, I want to say a big shout out to the 47, possibly plus, Wolves fans that were there at the game today. I know for sure a certain shout out to one of my good friends, John, and his dad. They went out. He told me last week they were flying to Moscow and then flying to Armenia. So big shout out to him. I think I did see him on the TV towards the end of the game. But in regards to the match, 4-0 victory. And you know what? First 20 minutes or so, I was starting to get a little bit worried. You know, the Wolves were struggling to get control of the game. But in regards to the actual starting lineup, it was a very strong lineup. Neves and Adama, and who else dropped out? There was 3. And Johnny. They all were rested today. Adama didn't travel with the squad alongside Morgan Gibbs-White as well. So Jimenez and Jota started up front again, and how great did they look? We'll talk a little bit more about that in a sec. Patricio again in goal, it's interesting that John Ruddy hasn't had any minutes at all in the Europa League, especially in these qualifying rounds. It'll be interesting to see if he plays next week as well. Cody, Bolly and Bennett made it across the back 3, so no Vallejo in the starting 11. He was on the bench though. Vinagre came in at left wing back. Doherty travelling with the squad and starting at right wing back, and Neves, Martinho and Dendoncker in the middle. But as I said, first 10-15 minutes or so, Pyunik were proper going for it, and I thought as long as we don't concede here, we are going to get a couple of goals past these at least, because it was a complete contrast to the game against Crusaders, who sat back and made it so difficult for us against Crusaders, mainly at Molineux, because they were just sitting 11 men behind the ball. And then even at their place in Ireland, they did make it difficult for Wolves. But because of Pyunik going for it and quite attacking, the crowd was ridiculous as well for part of the game. And then Wolves finally made that breakthrough through Matt Doherty, of all people. Great ball slid through from Diogo Jota, and Matt Doherty slid it past the goalkeeper. Great finish, to be fair to him. Great to see him back in the team, back in amongst the goals as well. And it was good to see him play a good amount of minutes, hopefully get his match sharpness up a little bit, and I'd assume he's going to be starting against Leicester City as well. And then the second goal as well, fantastic, really well worked goal. Diogo Jota getting another assist, but some great passing movement, and so unselfish from Jota, who missed a great chance just a few minutes before, skying over the bar from a few, through on goal. He slid this one across the box, and it was quite a simple goal in the end for Raul Jimenez, who still had a little bit to do, but took his finish fantastically well. And going into half-time with a 2-goal lead, especially with the pressure that Pyunik were putting on us early doors, I was pretty satisfied with that. But, you know, going into the second half, 1, maybe 2 more goals would just kill the tie-off completely if it wasn't already dead. And that's exactly what we did. 35 seconds into the second half, Diogo Jota again, 3rd assist of the game, slides it through to Raul Jimenez, who takes his chance again, and that's already 4 goals in the last week for Raul Jimenez. And what a season it could be again for him. With the Europa League, with the Premier League, with the Carabao Cup, with the FA Cup, he could seriously mount up 20-25 goals this season if he's on his A game. And with Diogo Jota and others playing the way they played, you know, could easily get that. Ruben Neves as well, left wing back, had a great game, some great creative spark in there as well. But overall, the whole pace of the game was a little bit slow, which you'd expect. I think I've said this on the last 2 or 3 reviews. It's still Wolves pre-season. They're going to be taking it easy. We're not going to go into 6th gear and just going full throttle, and that's why second half it was a little bit duller, it was a little bit slower. But I think the main thing for Wolves was to not get any injuries, and that's exactly what we did today. Everyone remained pretty good. Doc did pick up a slight knock when he finished his chance, but it seemed like he was okay, continued the game. And then Patrick Cutrone, great to see him come on. So it's Cutrone, Neves and Johnny who came off the bench in the end. And we actually ended the game almost with it was like a 5-4-1. It was a really strange formation. It was like playing a lone striker just to pack out the midfield, see out the game. And Cutrone actually went and won a penalty in the end. It was quite soft, but I think it was the right decision. Obviously, the defender went for him, didn't get the ball. and won a penalty. Catrone straight up to the ball to get it, and I thought, here we go, the Stallion, the Italian Stallion, he's going to get his first Wolves goal. He put it on the spot, but then it looked like he or Nuno had a change of mind, and Neves went and took the penalty. And I've got to say, you won't find a much better penalty than that this season. Not much pace on the ball, but right in the corner. And I always say, when a central midfielder's got good passing range or is a great passer, they should always be able to pick their spot in the penalty for a penalty in a goal. And that's exactly what Neves did, right in the corner, bottom left, the goalkeeper's bottom right. He went the right way, but he was well beaten. That gave Wolves a fantastic 4-0 victory over Pyunik, and the tie is now all but over. Going into the second leg, I'd assume Wolves are still going to play a strong team, but they've not got any pressure on them, and I think Pyunik are just going to go for it. And we could easily knock another 3 or 4 past them next week at Molineux as well. Now, onwards and upwards to the Leicester City game. We'll have a match preview coming out for that in the next day or so. But guys, let me know your thoughts of the match in the comment section down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, like the video, and until next time, I'll see you all very, very soon.